questions because Lady Whistledown said that the marriage mart was going to be fiercely competitive, and if you're going to have any advantage, we need to make sure that you have all of the etiquette, because clearly after this first ball, it was lacking. I mean, the amount of times that I saw you yawning alone, that instantly should have taken you off of anyone's list. Thank goodness no one was looking and that I was admonishing you along the way. So, these are all of the things that I learned in my etiquette classes and that you should have learned too, but apparently you were not paying attention and you like to sleep way too much. So, pay attention now. Hear it from me, I am the expert. Even though I am not on the marriage mart, I still know how to act like a proper lady. So, you're going to learn from me, and this will be the way that we get you the best suitor possible. So the first thing that we have to work on is your posture. Your posture is absolutely abysmal. I mean, why are you hunched over all the time? Like, you look like a gremlin, like a literal gremlin. So stand tall. Yeah, as much as you can. You want to have your shoulders back, your chest out, but not too much because that's inappropriate. But out as much as possible, and your chin lifted. Yeah, try it. Oh, you are trying. Well, try harder. Don't make me bring out the backboard. Yeah, you remember that, don't you? That was one thing you actually paid attention to in class, when they actually stuck a board down your back. Okay, that's looking pretty good. A lot better than it was at the ball. Yeah, just like that. And now make sure that you can move around. Now let's see if you can walk a little bit. Keep the shoulders back. They keep hunching over. Keep... Okay. Come here. So, I'm just going to push back, okay? And then chin up. Okay, that's better. Now add a smile in there. You look like you are in immense pain. I don't think you are. Do you have to go to the doctor or something? Is something wrong with your spine? Okay, sit up. Smile, head up. Look how lovely you look. You look like you are graceful. You look like you are elegant. See, that is what you need to do all the time. Just keep practicing it. I'm going to tell one of your maids to help you and to notice if you're not doing it. If they see you slouching, I'm going to tell your mother to give them permission to smack you. Just like a light little boop. It's the only way that you're going to get better at it. Next, we need to work on proper conversations, because that was a little special at the ball. We can't just talk about penguins all the time. And before you say anything, I don't care if other people are bringing the penguins up first. We have to steer that conversation away from the penguins. They're just not that proper. It's okay to talk about them for 1 minute, but then we need to move on, okay? So in your conversations, you want to make sure that you have good manners. So you're saying, please, thank you, you're waiting to speak until spoken to. But the other thing is that sometimes, I know this is something between us that we sometimes do, we get a little carried away with our humour. So when we're out in public, we do not want to laugh, especially big laughing. Sometimes we almost scream and howl with laughter. We can't be doing that out in public. And sometimes our humour gets a little inappropriate, a little vulgar. So we cannot bring that to conversations, especially conversations with gentlemen. I know that they can go out there and just say whatever they want, but we are proper ladies, and so we don't have the luxury to do that, apparently. I know, it makes no sense. Society is stupid. But because these rules exist, we have to just make sure that we're following them. So just keep that vulgar humour and that big laughing between us. Otherwise, we keep things light and fun and pleasant. A little situation. So, you know how I'm very opinionated? Yes, so don't be like me. Especially out with other people, with strangers in particular. With people that you're meeting for the first time, with potential suitors. Try not to have any opinion. It may be a bit difficult, but if someone's saying something you really don't agree with, just stop talking to them. Just walk away and never talk to them again. It's simple as that. That's really the fun part. Oh yes, and speaking of ignoring people, that is called cutting, and it's generally not proper and acceptable. However, because we are ladies, this is actually something that we have an advantage in. So men should not be cutting us. If we have met them before, they should be acknowledging us. But as ladies, since we have relationships that are a little bit more precarious, I guess, we are allowed to do cutting. So I cut Georgiana after the incident because that's acceptable. I was upset at her and she wronged me, so I ignored her, and that's okay. But we should not do this with early acquaintances, people that we are trying to befriend, people that we are trying to have caught us, and definitely not with anyone that is of a higher status than us. We cannot be cutting them. They can cut us, unfortunately, but we cannot cut them. So, does that make sense? So, generally, just always acknowledge people and say hello to them. Okay, so some people might think that fainting is a little bit of a faux pas, but I personally think that it's okay. Especially when you are looking for suitors, because a little fainting spell will result in a big handsome man, a gentleman, to come and assist you. If he's a good one, and that's a good way to assess. If you start fainting and some men don't even come and see if you're okay, then you don't want anything to do with them. I mean, even if you're faking the fainting, they don't know that. They should be helping you. So it's a really good way to weed out the bad ones. So maybe one fainting spell every few weeks, and do it with a crowd of men around you, just to see who will really rise to the occasion. And I'm sure your mama has already told you this, but you never ever ever want to be with a gentleman alone. I don't care if you think that you won't get caught. Just always think that you will get caught. And if you do get caught, especially with someone questionable, you're gonna have to marry them. So, you don't want to be stuck in that situation. You want to be able to choose who you marry. So, never ever be alone with a gentleman. I don't care how nice he is. You cannot go strolling with him. You cannot go off in a corner somewhere, especially a dark corner. You want to make sure that you are a proper lady. And proper ladies always have a chaperone. And fortunately, I count as a chaperone. And your mama and your lady-in-waiting, my brother. So if you're ever with Lord Northwick, my brother can be a chaperone. But you really need to make sure that that one is followed as you attend more and more balls. It's going to be more and more enticing to just go off into that dark corner with a man that you find fascinating, alluring, so very handsome, but no fraternizing. And that just connects to my next etiquette tip, which is absolutely under no circumstances should there be touching. No touching. No touchy. I know that we as ladies, we embrace, we kiss each other on the cheek, we, I don't know, are just always touching each other. So, with a man, no touching. You cannot do any of that. Even offering your hand for a kiss, you have to make sure that you do not linger. You don't want to just keep it there. That's inappropriate. I know all of these rules are very specific and archaic, but we really need to be following them. I do not want you to be ruined before your season even starts. Okay, now this one is very critical and very specific to you. I brought a prop because we need some demonstrations. Food and drink. You have to do eating and drinking delicately, ladylike, elegantly. And all of this just applies in public. I know that in private we are just stuffing our faces with all of the sweets and delicacies that our kitchen is making. But when we are out in public, or when we are calling at a household, very, very subtly, ready? Without even the sound, ready? That was nice and quiet. So I usually see you, do this. No. That is very improper. So just a little. That's fine. And when you're eating, it's kind of nice if you go like this. If you cover and like I'm holding a biscuit, ready? Look at that, you didn't even see me chew. I didn't allow you to see me chew. And you didn't hear anything either. No, that's disgusting. No man is going to want to be with a lady who's loudly chewing and loudly drinking. I mean, of course, you can do so in your home later on after you're married. I mean, he doesn't have a choice at that point, but before, when you're courting, you want to make sure that you seem very, very delicate, very ladylike, very flowery. Nothing is wrong with you. And then you could let your wild side out a little bit more after marriage, but beforehand, no, none of that. So, do you feel a little bit more equipped to be out in society? Oh, thank you. That is very nice for you to say that I was a good etiquette teacher. Maybe that's something I could do as like a little side job. Again, I don't need the money, but I do get rather bored. Maybe I could teach some of those young little ladies how to not yawn. Oh my goodness. Can you seriously not go 10 minutes without yawning? It's going to be a trying season. Ooh, it's getting a bit dark out. You should probably get back to your mama. I know she'll be expecting you, but I want you to show her all of the things that you just learned today. Keep that posture up. When you're having dinner, do so nicely. Make some good conversation. Ask her about the weather. Maybe tell her about a couple of things that you read in Lady Whistledown. Maybe she read it too. Will I see you tomorrow? You're seeing Caroline. Oh, I didn't know that you were already getting together. Well, that's just lovely. Oh, no, I'm busy tomorrow, so thanks for the invite, but I will have to pass. You're gonna tell Caroline to call on me on the following day. Oh, how kind of you. You're busy. But you know that I'm not and Caroline's not. How fortunate. I guess she is welcome to come by for tea. Like I said, it will be good to get to know this Caroline that has bewitched you. You think I'll like her? Well, I'll be the judge of that. But I guess if her brother is still a potential suitor for you, we should probably get to know the sister. Oh, okay, fine. I will be on my best behavior when Caroline comes to call. Okay, well, I guess I will see you in a few days. Make sure to have good posture when you go home, okay? I'll be watching you out the window. Goodbye.